How to make a single player RTCV map. Part 1. Setting it all up. In this tutorial I will be using a PC with a Windows 10. This game was released in 2001, but there are still tutorials and resources online for beginner mappers such as yourself. You just have to Google around and ask. Let me show you our finished end product. When you are all done, you will have a PK3 file and a README file. You mail and upload these two files to friends and internet forums and channels. Then the players will download it and put it inside the Return to Castle Wolfenstein main folder. Let's assume that he or she plays RTCV via Steam. Then this folder will be found here. Steam apps, common, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, main. Start the game. Press the tilde key to bring down the console and type spdevmap space and the name of the BSP file or the press enter and the map will load. So this is what you want to create and share with the world. Okay, I just wanted to quickly show you the finished end product. Let's work together and create this masterpiece. I am assuming that you already have the game, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Myself, I use Steam for this. I have RTCV installed in my Steam apps. I want you to go somewhere else on your computer and create a new folder and call it RTCV Mapping. Inside it, create 4 new folders called My Custom Maps, the editor, making the AAS file, original RTCV parts, unzipped. Inside My Custom Map, create a new folder for your upcoming map. You can call it whatever you want, just use one word. In this example, I call the map Romeo. Inside this folder, I want you to create a couple of more folders. Camera, GFX, level shots, maps, models, scripts, sound, textures, Z backups and Z prefabs. Now it's time to get the editor. Google for GTK Radiant, and at the time of this video it's version 1.6.6. Download it to your folder, the editor, Radiant, unzip it. This is the editor, but we don't start it yet. We have to wait a couple of minutes. We'll come back to this. Now it's time to put some content into the folder, making the AAS file. First, I want you to go back to Return to Castle Wolfenstein and go inside the folder Radiant 1.3 and copy these 3 files. Then paste them into the folder, making the AAS file. You will use them later to create so-called AAS files. They are used by the bots to navigate, but I will tell you more about this later. Now it's time to unzip, copy and paste some original RTCV assets. Go to the folder where you have RTCV installed. For me it's, as I told you, Steam apps, common, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, main. Copy PAK0 and paste it into your folder original RTCV parts unzipped. Rename its file extension from .pk3 to .zip. So in other words, we're just transforming it from a pk3 file to a zip file and unzip it here. You see, a pk3 file is nothing but a zip file. They're basically the same. Now you will recognize the folders camera, GFX, level shots, maps and so on. The whole idea is that you should go here and take a look occasionally at the original game. How did the original mappers create all that magic? What tricks and commands did they use? For example, if we go into the texture, most texture files seems to be 256 by 256 or 512. All sound files seems to be 32-bit mono, 22,050 Hz. At this point you might have a question. Are the original map files here? Is it possible for you to open the original map files? Sadly, no. They are not included in the PA-key 0.pk3 folder or any of the original game folders. The only type of map files that are included are the so-called BSP files. They are used by the game engine to run the map, but you cannot open the BSP file in your map editor. For that, we need the original map files with the file extension .map. But don't be sad, let's pause for a moment. I want to show you something extremely important. Go to the Installs, Wolfpack, Install Main Maps folder. Here are the original map files for the two first level of the game, escape1.map and escape2.map. Please don't open them yet, I just want to show you the folders and the map files. We will come back to them later. Finally, I want to show you the shortcuts that I have myself to speed up my own mapping. Go to the folder Tmaps, command return to Castle Wolfenstein. Create a shortcut to the main folder. Cut it out and put it into the map folder. In this case it's Romeo. Rename it to RTCV main folder. Then go to your editor folder. Create a shortcut to radiant.exe. Cut it out and put it into the Romeo folder. Next, create a shortcut to the folder making the AAS file. Cut out the shortcut and put it into the Romeo map and rename it to making the AAS files. That concludes part 1.